All right, you may have noticed that the description below of okay, you've been given an argument assigned to you to write over. So now you have something you care about, which obviously, unless you're a unique individual who cares about the same exact thing that was assigned to you to care about, you don't actually give a care about the freaking argument assignment. So rather than that, choose a topic you care about, select your topic, find out why you think that topic is important to you, right? Why do you feel passionately about it? What is your claim about the topic? Like, what is your position about the topic? Um, Once you have that, then you need to find some evidence, right? Personal experience is usually a good place to start. What was something about minimum wage that made it difficult for you to, or less than minimum wage if you're a server, to earn enough money to make it, to help pay for college or to make a car payment or insurance payment? What's an interaction you had with like someone who look down on you for some reason, either socioeconomic status or ethnicity or race or gender? And how did that influence your life? Like, what was the BS about that and why was it impactful to you, right? What's an interaction you have think with like the government or like the state or policies or bureaucrats or the academic institution that has made a bad impression on you, right? And you're angry about or like you think is unjust, and like why is that unjust and why should that be corrected, right? Find a topic you care about, and then the evidence should start from your personal experience and why it in fact affected you the way it did. Following that, you should look for some secondary sources, right? Like Google reasons that reasons we should not pay athletic fees during COVID when we can't use gyms. Reasons we shouldn't pay, you know, gym fees when we're not using gyms during COVID. Reasons we should X, Y, and Z, right? Reasons why the police should not be a funding mechanism for the municipal government. Reasons why for-profit prison systems should be abolished. Reasons why the war on drugs has negatively impacted American citizens. Reasons why tuition for college is too high and is essentially a government scam to fund trusts and endowments as opposed to actually give students better educations. Um, whatever reasons why the education system for primary education should be abolished or changed in the U.S., et cetera, et cetera, and find those warrants out, and then we'll go about how to document and research them. So don't take the topic that was given to you for an argumentative paper. That's saying like, here's what I believe as your teacher. Here's what I think is interesting. Now, I want you to care about it as much as I do and argue for it the way I want you to argue for it. That's the most disingenuous thing I've ever heard, and it's ridiculous. Find a topic you like, write about it, find evidence for it. Once you have that, you have your thesis, which is your claim, your position, your stance, your argument, your belief, your values, right? Your evidence are the reasons why you think that is true. Unified analysis, which I mentioned above, is simply that each and every one of your subpoints of your argument, right, should be sufficient to prove your claim, which is your thesis, is true. So if I say the municipal police department should not be used as a funding mechanism for a city, I will say reason number one, because it encourages police to over police minority communities. Reason two, because it detracts from police actually solving crimes that are a danger to its citizens. Reason number three, it deprioritizes the crimes that have the worst victimhood, i.e., like rape, murder, child sex trafficking, things of that nature. Why? Because they don't pay out very large for the municipal department, right? And I'll maybe do some. So those are three reasons why municipal police departments shouldn't be used to fund cities, right? And so, based upon that, each of those 3 points I gave is by itself sufficient enough to answer that question. Each of those subpoints answers the question why municipal police departments shouldn't be used to fund cities, right? And so then I can go ahead and Google reasons why, or articles about, or policy points why each of those 3 points, right? And I can find specifically evidence to support those points, and then I can document those sources and come back and write the paper, right? At that point in time, we already have the thesis. We have 3 unified points, each sufficient by itself to answer the question. And then we have the conclusion, which is, of course, the answer to the thesis, which is municipal police department should not be used to fund states or cities as a funding mechanism for states or cities, right? So, yeah, go ahead and look at that and then begin to assemble the first draft of the paper, which will be largely the thesis. The map of the essay becomes the 3 reasons why you think your point is true, right? If there's any questions, shoot me an email or a message on here about like, here's a topic I'm thinking about writing about, I care about, and here's what my 3 points could be. And I'll give you an up or down and point you at some evidence or some information that could help you out. Or if you can't find a topic, hit me up with that, and I will be happy to nudge you in the way of a topic that you care about. But that's what I care about, is you need to pick something you give a damn about and want to write about your position and your thoughts on. That's the only requirement. Anything in the world, but choose something you care about. All right.